Hello and welcome to Tour 77, and welcome to another video that's going to be discussing the more technical sides to the overlanding journey throughout Africa and beyond. So in today's video I wanted to speak a little bit more about the living conditions that we're going to be experiencing during this journey. So I wanted to speak about where we're going to be staying, also about how we're going to be eating, how we're going to be cleaning ourselves, all that type of stuff. I'm going to be very general about it, but I will be making specific videos about each of those things. So in order for me to answer the question, what type of overlanding are we planning to do, we need to know a little bit more about the vehicle that we're planning to use. So we are going to be using a four-wheel drive. Okay, a four-wheel drive, a Jeep, a truck, what you guys call sometimes. We're going to be using a four-wheel drive car. Now, we're going to modify the car as little as possible, but we're going to make sure that we have everything on those mods that we're going to need that will give us the ability to be self-contained. So, we're going to have a shower on the side, a side-mounted shower. I'm going to have hopefully a 180 degree awning, which will give us the ability to have walls on the side, so we can have an actual living area inside, where we can get out of the elements and we can camp nicely. We can then have the ability to cook outside. So I will be having some sort of self-contained kitchen inside, which is drawable. I'm planning to have that. I'm in two different minds on whether we're going to have a gas or whether we're going to have an induction heater. It all depends on the type of electricity we're going to have throughout the car. If we have enough battery power and enough solar power, then I will get myself an induction, simply because, once again, as I told you in the other video, we are thinking about being as light as possible. That will give us maximum efficiency when it comes to our fuel, and it will put the least amount of pressure on the components. So it will keep us light and it will keep the journey efficient. Okay, and also it will keep a lot of the components fresher as well. So there's multiple reasons behind it. Now, a lot of people, you might be thinking, well, you know, that's only a little thing, you know. A canister only weighs what, 5 kilos, but a 5 kilo canister, that's actually a lot to haul around with you when you are doing X amount of kilometers or miles. So we really need to think about every last kilo, and that is a place that we are considering making sure we have the the minimum amount possible. Okay, we can save on that. So saving on the gas canister, perfect. Plus we don't have to worry about saving up. So an induction heater, or even as a backup, a diesel cooker as well, so we don't have to carry around a bloody gas cooker. That's one thing. We still want to be able to cook, and cook some really good meals. It will bolster our feelings. It will make us feel good, you know. It will improve morale throughout the family if we get to settle down during the evening, cook something really nice, have a nice large dinner, and sit around as a family and not focus on devices, you know, on the internet and all those types of things. We will still have work to do. We have videos that we need to edit and so forth, and so there is stuff that we're going to need to do, but we can now focus more on our family and less on the hustle and bustle of normal life here in the big city. So those are important. The shower is important because I'm just a shower kind of a guy. I need to have one shower a day. That's all I need. Okay. My partner is the type of woman who wants us to be clean. She wants us to be clean before we get into bed, because we're going to have a rooftop bed it's unlikely she's going to want us to start jumping into the rooftop tent if we've just come from the outside. So she's going to want us she's going to want to make sure that we are clean. So I'm thinking of not having morning showers, depending on whether we have a training session in the morning. If we have a training session in the morning, then I'll have to make sure we have enough water enough water storage, so we can store enough water so we can shower, we can drink, so we can take care of ourselves if we do decide to go a little bit more remote, a little bit off the beaten path. So that's important as well. And also just making sure we have a place that we can get out of the elements. Africa isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There are going to be times where it's going to be rainy, it could be even cold, chilly, the weather's going to be shitty, and we're going to want to get out of that weather. So having ourselves a contained awning set along with the walls, so we can put up those walls, so we can have a nice large space where we can walk around in, and we can take care of ourselves, where we can have a toilet without needing to run outside into the elements in order to use the toilet, or go away from the car in order to use the toilet in the middle of the night. Having this is really important, especially with the entire family. So all these things need to be taken into consideration. I'm considering putting enough room inside the car so we can sleep inside the car as well. Now, this all depends on how many people come with us. We're not quite sure yet, but it needs to be semi-permanent. So we're going to need to be able to move that around. If we put a bed system inside the car, then we're not going to fill the car up, which is perfect for us because it will mean that the car is going to be much, much lighter than normal. Okay, so that's it. We're focused on efficiency, but we're also focused on making sure that the car is light as possible so we can go to more places, so we don't get stuck and all those types of bad things happen, and so that the car doesn't break down. The lighter we are, the less the engine needs to work, the better chances we have of not breaking down, which is perfect. So that's a little bit more about the psychology behind our thinking when it comes to overlanding Africa. If any of you guys have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments section. It would be really good to hear your opinion. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next one. Take care from Tour 77, over and out.